I grew up in a middle-income family. My parents were immigrants. They came to the States to look for a better future, a better life. And I'm basically a first-generation born American from immigrant parents. I like nice things, and me liking nice things, I found a faster way of getting it, and it led me down a very wrong path. In 2008, I went to prison. Thankfully and gratefully, I was released 2009. And basically, what really was the turning factor is when I saw my mom nearly dying. She was very sick. She suffers from cirrhosis. And basically, I saw her on the ICU bed weighing like 70 pounds. And that really woke me up. I come from a family of, my Chinese side is a family of chefs, restaurateurs. That's my lineage. As a young kid, my dad was always cooking at home on his time off. And I guess that's where the passion grew from my father. My first kitchen job, I was a busser. It was great. They gave me an opportunity when a lot of people didn't want to give me an opportunity because of my background. It was a learning experience that basically led to me going into my industry now that I'm in. A good chef definitely has to be resilient. Passion definitely in the back end. You have to be very disciplined, because the kitchen is a lot about discipline, managing your time, getting things done at certain times, consistency, and you have to be open. Your mind has to be open to innovation. The world is constantly changing. Honestly, the kitchen saved my life. It's where I found refuge, and it's basically what gave me a place where I could create a living for me and my family. One of the obstacles I faced was my background. It was tough for me to get jobs. When I got hired by the Ritz-Carlton, a month later, they called me down. HR called me down and they said, "Hey, you have something in your background." And I said, "Yes, I know. I put it on the information." Asked me it was 5 years or prior, and I put no. So basically, it was tough getting a job in the beginning, you know. But once people saw what I wanted to do and how passionate I was about the job, about the industry, that kind of opened the door. And once I got that job from Ritz-Carlton, after that really opened the doors for me. I wake up early, have my coffee, I go to the chiropractor, or I'll go to the gym. I listen to a lot of podcasts, always feeding my mind information. I'm a big information seeker. I love learning new things. Definitely connecting with the local farmers. Definitely connecting with some local fishermen. It changes day to day, you know, which is the great thing about it. When I first got the knives in, I created a nice, kind of like a beef skewer, using sirloin flap. An important characteristic of a good knife is definitely the sharpness. Also, the weight of it has a lot to do to pivot and to get into certain cuts. But definitely the sharpness is the #1 priority. Inspiration I could give to chefs facing any challenges or problems is there's always gonna be problems. Things always arise, whether in the kitchen or outside of the kitchen. Obstacles always come. And I think the key to life is overcoming these obstacles. From every obstacle, we learn something, we win. That's why I tell my cooks, when you make a mistake, it's good you make the mistake, but learn from it, because then that's your fault if you don't learn from the mistakes. How do you learn how to win if you never failed? One of my proudest moments as a chef definitely was when I won the 4 stars with the Miami Herald. It was very, it caught me off guard. You know, I never expected my first year as an executive chef, Miami Herald would, you know, I'll get any type of recognition. But I guess we were doing some really innovative things during my time at Palmar, and definitely that was one of my proudest moments. I also have some other moments where a full circle came to, you know, like one of them, for instance, during the pandemic, I did a private dinner. At the end is when I find out the whole ceremony this was the detective that was part of the case back in 2008. And he contracted me to do his anniversary dinner because he retired from the force. And just to do that, the full circle coming together was definitely a proud, humbling moment. Chef's schedule is it's very hard, you know. We work at times where, you know, we do a lot of, how can you say, holidays. And when do I have fun? I have fun when the people that have fun on the weekends are working in the weekdays. That's when I have fun. The difference between a good chef and an extraordinary chef is definitely there's a line. There's a fine line, and I think me personally, it's the details. All about the details. From the kitchen, to your team, to your recipes, to your guests, to how you treat your team and how you portray yourself. All of those details is what's gonna make you an extraordinary chef compared to a good one. We all work very hard. I don't like to say I'm better than any other chef, because we all work hard and we all do a lot of hours, but we are differently skilled, right? Like in every industry. Can a gifted chef save a failing restaurant? In my opinion, absolutely yes. It happened with me with my first executive chef job. The restaurant was about to close. I don't know where I come on board as a sous chef, and with time, became the chef, took it behind my back, and I put in a lot of work. It was like 90-hour weeks, no days off. And in due time, in 5 months after, we saw a lot of results, and from there, the restaurant just took a different direction. So definitely a chef has a lot to do with the business, with the restaurant. I'm a balance of both. Definitely I'm an artist, but definitely I lead teams and I build them. I always put effort into people to develop them. At the end of the day, they're not gonna be with me forever, and I wanted to take away with them a piece of me or a piece of my knowledge. Every great dish starts with the ingredient. If you have a great ingredient, there's not a lot you need to do with it. A great fish, a great piece of bluefin tuna, all it needs is a little fleur de sel, a little bit of salt, a little bit of lime zest, maybe if you want, but really all I need is salt. That's all I need. That happens with the good ingredients. When you don't have good or great ingredients, that's when you have to put the sauces on top, and you have to kind of hide all these things, and that's not my style. Well, right now we're in a different world, 2023. The application of technology in your kitchen is playing a major role. POS systems. You have now, I use an app now where I input his information, I input my invoices, and it helps me do my food costs. You know, the world is moving towards that way. So Mundial SmartKnives is gonna be the pioneer of this type of technology. What grabbed my attention from Mundial SmartKnives was the whole program. When they bring you the knives, they're still sharp, they work great, and then if you need to sharpen them, you have a sharpener there. And SmartKnives definitely help work more efficient, quicker, and also at the same time safer. I love the fact that I could count on SmartKnives 24/7 because I can sleep at night, you know what I mean? I'm not sleeping and thinking that the knife cuts are not gonna be good, and then a foodie is gonna take a photo and chew me up. So it gives me a peace of mind. Very important for a chef, especially if you have a lot going on, to have a peace of mind that at least your knife cuts are being made correctly. After starting using Mundial SmartKnife program, I've seen a lot more perfect cuts. It's definitely have made my team perform better. Knife cuts are perfect. Little less waste from the better knife cuts, and definitely it puts me in a position where I'm able to teach about an amazing product and lead still as well. I chose to become a SmartKnife Ambassador because I really believe in the program. I really believe it's innovative and it's a pioneering technology for the kitchen, and where, you know, I've seen a lot of different programs, but not like this one, you know, where I could just scan my knife, turns it on, and I could just and I'm basically done.